All right, and we're back. Another episode of sports, and more sports. Just Des and I today, but trust me, we have guests lining up at the door. Next month is going to be fun, exciting, and we can't wait to get there. But today, we'll kick it off. Obviously we're in the conference finals now with the both NHL and NBA. The Panthers already opened up to a 1-0 dominating win last night over the Canes. Did you watch that all last night?
No, I just didn't need to. It was a blowout and pretty predictable blowout. I think Florida will go for the Eastern Conference three-peat, will complete it, and I still gonna stick with the Stars to win the Cup, but that should be a great series.
Yeah, I'm very excited. That's Edmonton versus Dallas series kicks off tonight, and I think the winner of that series comes out to win the Cup as well. I mean that series itself, I think it's just gonna be absolutely insane, and I can't wait for that to start.
I just don't, with the Hurricanes, I don't know. Like Aho he's just not like I don't see him hoisting the Stanley Cup, like winning a Conn Smythe. If he's not that caliber, then who is on the Hurricanes?
I liked how they played against the Devils and the Capitals. Truly, I really liked their style of play, and they were the 8 p.m. game every time, so I was able to watch them a lot. But the Panthers, man, they just absolutely. I think I went to bed 3-1 last night, called it a night. But then also on the other channel was possible MVP should be announced tonight. Apparently Shams tweeted out already, kind of ruined his moment that SGA is going to win MVP. What's the free throw merchant? Yes, that's what I like to call him as well. Took a 1-0 lead over the Wolves. Did you see Skip Bayless call Anthony Edwards Camp Man today? Because he doesn't show up in the fourth quarter and the playoffs and stuff like that. Because he had like a terrible second half yesterday.
If Ant heard that, then I'm taking the over on the PRA next game for sure.
So, and then we got the Knicks and the Pacers that kick off tonight as well. I think the Knicks take that one. It would be whoever the Knicks play. I think is going to be a great series. I just don't think the Pacers bring in the type of views that you should. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense. They don't. I mean, I was talking to our good friend John, good Pacers fan. I said Knicks by 4 tonight, but I do have the Pacers in 7 winning the series. I mean, like my brain, my gut, and probably Vegas says Knicks in 6, which is very reasonable. But these playoffs have been kind of funky, and the Pacers beat them last year. They beat the Knicks last year, and they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they smushed the Cavs, and the Cavs are a legit team. There was no... I mean, they had that one game where I think Mobley, Garland, and Hunter were out, but even when they were back, they were clearly the better team. So, and it's like... And just because, like, they're in New York, like, they're the worst franchise in New York. Everyone's, like, giving them the crown, appointing them. Like, they're the Knicks. Like, the Knicks actually aren't a good franchise. The New York loves to make it seem like they are some great historical franchise, and you can just like sharpen them into the finals, but I don't see that at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting series. I don't know. Did you? But speaking of that, did you see like the people throwing like the trash at that one guy in a Pacers uniform, like after the series against Boston?
Oh, what? So, what, Game 6, there was a Pacers fan at the Boston, New York game?
He was just walking, like, through it. Like, the crowd and stuff like that, like, in downtown,
really?
Near Madison Square Garden. He was just walking. He even said, like, he's like, maybe I'll just take a walk down there and see what it's like. And, dude, they started throwing, like, full-on trash bags, full of trash, like, at him and stuff like that. He literally did an interview. Tyrese is actually going to fly him out to be at Game 1, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and so he's gonna be like, but he was literally like saying like, dude, I like was feared for my life. Like you just see like the crowd like, and he just disappears.
That's kind of scary. I have to watch that.
He's like, I had to run to like the nearest cops. Like it's actually it's insane. Yeah, and it's uncalled for.
That's too far. I mean, I'm all for like the yell Pacers suck or whatever, or little chirps like that, but that's a little too weird.
Yeah.
They take it seriously though, dude. Like they are very they are into it.
speaking of like kind of like in that sense,
Yeah.
they they trashed the Eagles for trashing their city after a Super Bowl win. I mean, this is just a second round series. Like
I know.
and New
Look
York
at the
is-
Knicks, they're like winning the time. Like I said, they were up 2-0 on Boston. Those videos, it legit seemed like they just won it all.
dude, it's absolutely insane how crazy they're going for winning a series. Like, just insane.
That's how depleted, how starved they are, dude. What's this, their first conference final since 2000?
I mean, dude, listen, I'm all for destroying your city, but win a championship when doing it. Make it make it known.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens, dude. If the Knicks win the NBA Finals, I'm not going anywhere near New York for like a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm the opposite, dude. One of my best friends lives there. I want to go.
Yeah, and wear a Boston Celtics jersey. I dare you.
Tatum, start trying to slash my Achilles. Oh,
Jesus. Speaking of the Eagles, I'm wearing my Super Bowl champ shirt because guess what? Tush Push did not get banned. Everyone thought it would. It did not get banned. 10 teams saved the Eagles from getting the Tush Push banned. Just want to say good luck stopping it. Producer, if you want to pull up the shirt that I bought, oh yeah, they already made shirts. But it was awesome. It's good to know that 10 teams at least know that if you make a play that's so good and only we're good at it, that they respect it enough to where they're not going to ban it because we're the only team that can run it that good. I'm just thankful for 10 teams.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, if they were like, if every team could do it, that'd be kind of cheese. That'd be kind of unfair.
Yeah.
But you gotta reward them. They're the only team that can do it. We saw the Buffalo Bills try and do it, fail. Who has a good offensive line, has a great rushing, big quarterback. Yeah, the Eagles are just good. I'm totally okay with the tush push, but I'm not okay if they award points. Like in the AFC or the NFC Championship game, the refs threatened to award points. Like, no, this is Madden style. Like, something's got to give. Sorry, you got to score those points. Which, I mean, they eventually will, even if he times it, mistimes it. But yeah.
Well, there's got to be. I mean, obviously, I don't know, but it's not like we're 100%. We've been stopped a few times.
Yeah.
And it's like you just gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. I mean, that's the end of the day. You just gotta figure it out. Stop crying about it. I hate the Packers now, and we play the Packers week 10. I'm about to go on a small rant here. Week 10, Monday Night Football, so it's prime time. I'm hoping Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts just come out there, lay their nuts on the table, and just run it first play. Because the Packers are the one that recommended, for it to be banned and all that fun stuff. I pray, seriously pray, that they come out and run it first play in that Week 10 Monday night game. Pray.
That'd be a little petty, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe if they get the ball in like the opposing territory, maybe we see what happens.
We could get at our own one.
the other tush push,
Dude.
opposite push.
I hope they just run it. I don't think they will because I think they have respect and class. But
yeah, there's a champion. There's a certain standard you gotta.
Dude, glad it didn't get banned. I've heard the Jeff Lurie and Jason Kelsey was there to make a speech for it. I've heard they were excellent speeches to kind of push for it. All we needed was 8.
To push for.
Yeah, I mean, it was so. Luckily, that's good. Other news from the meeting. While I show you guys the shirt here that's purchased. You like that? You like that? I know you can't really see it, Des, but I know I sent it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just push on,
Sure.
baby. Sick. Absolutely sick. Love it to death. Anyways, speaking about the NFL meetings that came out, I'm very happy Detroit withdrew their proposal for NBA style standings.
Like lottery drafts?
No, it was for it didn't matter if you
The
wanted.
divisions.
Yes, I would have actually been mad if they went that route because divisions matter in the NFL.
It matters so much in the NFL. NBA doesn't matter. I couldn't name the divisions.
Yeah, I couldn't either, and I don't want that happening to the NFL. If you win your division, you deserve a home playoff game, even if you're freaking 8-9 or 7-10. I don't care.
Yeah, like that 2010 Seahawks team that went 7-9. They wouldn't have made the playoffs, but they did, and then they beat the defending Super Bowl champions New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
But you need moments like that. That stuff's cool.
Yeah, I don't, and like for Detroit to be crying, like they won their division last year. It was Minnesota that had to go on the road at like what was it, 14-3 or whatever they were, like, and then they lost. That just shows they were kind of a fraud 14-3 team or whatever they were.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I know you've been talking about like you can't wait to play the Lions because the Lions were saying they could beat the Eagles. Like, what's their reasoning? What's their evidence that they lost sturdily to the Commanders and then the Commanders got whooped by the Eagles? I don't. And the Lions are fully healthy. I don't get it.
Yeah, just I don't. They just it's Twitter. The Lions just started talking. Oh,
like this Lions players though, like it's part of people directly part of the
So I want to shut them up. As a fan, that's what you want. You see it, right? Because like obviously that's what you see on like the Twitter sphere and all that fun stuff. Like you see this stuff. Like they're Amon-Ra St. Brown on his podcast, which is way worse than ours. It's talking about we can't wait to play the Eagles. You got to get there first. And then whoever was tweeted, I think it was Terry and Arnold tweeted, we all know who week 1 should have been. Dude, I can't wait. We're going to shut them up. I think we play them on like Sunday Night Football. We're going to shut them up in prime time. Dude, I'm ready for this season, man. We got a lot of people to shut up. And I'm going to be
they're
ready.
They're still the Lions, bro. They're still the Lions. Like, I get it with 2 years ago, the 49ers when Brock Purdy got hurt. I can see why. I can see the 49ers making that argument because that's a legit argument. But the Lions, like, that's why you're the Lions. You try and argue shit like this.
But the biggest thing is with this like tush push thing in NFL is a lot of people are saying the NFL is accommodating losers recently. A lot of losers. With Josh Allen lost that game in overtime against the Chiefs a couple years ago because he didn't get the ball. Yeah. So now playoffs, both teams get the ball. I agree with that rule. Yeah. Now, because we beat the brakes off San Francisco in the NFC Conference Championship a couple of years ago because we injured both their quarterbacks. Because their offensive line sucked so bad that Hassan Reddick was just running right through them. Now we have an emergency third quarterback, right? I mean, just kind of wasteful. I don't think there's been a game since where there's been a use for an emergency third quarterback, but it's a rule now.
Yeah, at that point, you're not going to win the game.
Yeah, and I mean, now we're trying to ban a tush push just because one team is better than everyone. Like, we're accommodating 2 losers, and that's just, and that's fine. But then you can't expect the winners not to react a certain way. Like me, I'm a winner.
Right. Since you mentioned that, remember Rams Saints 2019 NFC Championship, the Tommy Lee Lewis no hit. They made that a rule. You could challenge pass interference, but they got rid of that, which I don't get. I mean, I guess only 10% of the challenges were successful, but I don't know. I feel like that changes. I don't know why they got rid of that.
I agree. I like that rule too, but it's the same thing. It's a comedy. That was just a really bad call though. That was the worst call I've ever seen in my entire life.
Bone, dude.
Yeah, feel bad for Saints on that one, but we're not gonna. But I mean, we're like in the offseason, it feels like we always are accommodating to who lost, right? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But we can.
Are you going to accommodate to who wins? Like,
no, but you just don't like if you can't like if you can't beat them, you don't need to make a rule to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel like it's kind of getting to. Like, we can't beat you. You're better than us all over the place. So we're going to try to figure out a rule to slow you down so we can maybe try to beat you. It's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, but the tush push is in a different category from Josh Allen not getting the ball. I mean, that just doesn't make sense for him not to be able to get the ball. You're letting literally a coin flip decide the game.
Yeah, but you also had 13 seconds left, and you let him throw to Travis Kelce right down the middle, 2 plays in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't now. You're asking, oh, let me get the ball back because my defense couldn't stop them. Again, you're accommodating because you lost. I
guess my point is it should have been like that before. I think the college football overtime rules are good.
I love college football. I don't know the people that complain. The people that complain about college football overtime, I think, are stupid.
They're dumb as hell.
I love it when it goes to 2 points.
I know you have to, dude.
Bro, I don't get the people that hate that. But again, we can talk about this all day.
Yeah, we could.
Some other rules that were added. You see the onside kick. I think the players on the kicking side can move up a yard. And now instead of it just being like down trailing in the fourth quarter, it could be trailing at any point. So it's back to kind of sort of the normal rules. I guess unless you're up, you can't do it when you're up, which
Makes sense.
whatever. Because I guess it only had like a 6% success rating last year, and I thought that was high. I don't remember one onside kick being recovered.
Yeah.
So I thought 6% was high.
So the special teamers, they can be 1 yard in front of the ball?
It's just on onside kicks. I don't know how far back they were, so maybe they can be in line with the ball now. I'm not entirely sure, but they're allowed to move 1 yard up.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly where they'll be, but they're
I imagine they can't legally be outside. That would make sense.
Yeah, they just need to do like a 4th and 20.
I was just gonna say, dude, I don't know what the yardage is, but it's gonna be that eventually. I don't care if it's 4th and 40, but just like get like at least there's a chance you
just
catch a pair, man.
a 4th and
the
20.
onside kick.
It's just perfect. Like, I mean, just make it, like, make that, like, because an onside kick, you're kind of like, you know the game's kind of won in a sense, right? Like, it's not 100%, but you're more confident. Like, you're sitting on that couch and you're leaned back, you know, drinking that beer.
Yeah.
4th and 20, I'm standing up. And I'm shaking in my boots.
Yeah.
So, the other one that came out today was what should be called the Lane Johnson Award. Sorry, Eagles fan. The Protector Award now for offensive linemen that got passed, which is going to be pretty cool for the best offensive lineman in the league. That's about time. Lane Johnson's getting on the older side, so he probably won't win it. It's probably gonna be like Penei Sewell, Rashawn Slater, like Joe Alt in the future.
I mean, they should just go full college football awards. Give him the Bolitnikoff. Give him the Maxwell, the O'Brien.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well, right?
Seriously, I mean, it's a team sport. You might as well award each position group. Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, is it going to the best individual lineman or the best team line?
No, best individual. So best offensive lineman.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty cool. Other than that, really, it's the flag football. NFL owners voted to the players can play, which is going to be awesome. It's still 2 years away. You know, we can definitely get into that a little bit next week. We can pick our teams. We can do some research and stuff like that. But other than that, really, it's just been Scotty won second major. Or like this second is like third major, but like second of the Grand Slam is what I meant.
Yeah.
So I just threw up the 3 right away. But second of the career Grand Slam, and he smoked it, at least that third day.
Smoked it, dude. Played his A- game and won a major. Had a 6-shot lead going on the 18th tee of a major. I mean, it's unfreaking believable. I think he was well overdue for his third major. He is the best player on the PGA Tour. It's only fitting that he won the PGA Championship in this fashion. Quail Hall is an annual tour course, and it just wasn't even close. I mean, let's see. So he had like a 3-shot lead, and then Rahm tied him, and then I accidentally fell asleep for like 30 minutes, and then he was up like 6 again. Like, it's just kind of crazy. Also, Mitch, we miss you. I mean, he's still alive. He just couldn't make it this week. But he's a big Scotty Scheffler fan. We would have had some fun. But we'll get him on soon. But it was honestly boring. It honestly was not. As a diehard golf fan, it was not great for the sport. But we do get the chance August 1st, Scotty Scheffler could be a career Grand Slam champion. So
that's crazy.
That is a cool storyline to watch.
It's crazy to think about how he could do it. You know, will he though? Yeah, unfortunately, I got in trouble at work watching it on Thursday and was told not to put it back on or else consequences would have happened. So I didn't really watch much of it, to be honest, since I do work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But yeah, I was obviously keeping an eye on it, the scoreboard and everything like that. But yeah, you just saw, Scotty was like, middle of the pack day one, and you just saw him rise every day. Every single day.
He was 5 shots back after round 1, and he was still the odds-on favorite by a lot.
Yeah, because dude, this is a weird one. Like I'm not as obviously as big as golf fan as you, but I pay attention and I glance every now and then. Like every weekend I look to see who won what tournament. But I would say like the top 10 guys at the end of like round 1 and 2 maybe. I couldn't tell you who they were. Couldn't tell you.
It was such a bizarre leaderboard. I mean, it's not unusual to see some weird names at the top, but you at least have the big dogs in there too. But
They weren't
a
even
lot
there.
of the big dogs barely made the cut, if not missed it. It was very bizarre. I can't recall a tournament like that, let alone a major. But I mean, order was restored ultimately. Scotty winning by 5 and Rom contending, and then some of these Johnny Vegases who I want someone in my bachelor party to be nicknamed Johnny Vegas. That's a great name, but yeah. Golf usually, I wouldn't say it's chalk prevails in golf, but we do see. I mean, what was it? Ryan Gerard was the round 1 leader by 3, and by Sunday afternoon he's not getting any coverage. So that's pretty common.
Yeah, because it was the guy that was in the final group with Scotty. Like I watched. Same thing. He was up there with Scotty, and then you just see him Sunday. He's like middle of the pack. He just dropped. It's like
I don't know.
Oh,
It was Alex Noren. Yeah, I mean that was very predictable.
But it was definitely a interesting one because, like you said, like the big dogs. Like I know Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, like those guys.
Okay, all right. Relax on Jason Day, dude.
All right, come on. He's my guy. He's my Group 3 pick every time.
Every time.
But
yeah.
I mean, regardless, he's always usually up there, right?
Yeah, he's a name. And
He's a
yeah,
name. Jordan Spieth didn't even make the cut. I mean, Victor Hovland barely made the cut. Rory had to do -3 on day 2 just to make the cut.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. Like this tournament, like I was watching, I'm like looking for all the people that I have like flagged on ESPN that you can like watch.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm scrolling, they're like all down at the bottom.
I know.
Like Victor Hovland.
Like Justin Rose.
Yeah.
Rose was in Group 3 for our Facebook. Like he's runner-up in the last 2 majors. I'm like, I'm gonna make some money off this. Nope, he was like +10 on Friday.
Did you?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Our Facebook group, what was it? I think 30 out of 200 entries only had 4 out of 5 golfers make the cut. Usually it's around 100. So it was just a really bizarre tournament.
Did you pick Scotty to win?
I did pick Scotty.
So you got your $20
yeah.
bucks back?
Yeah, and 40 cents.
Oh, you
And
told me it was 40 cents. That was hype.
40 cents.
I was getting my money back.
You got my money back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want to brag, but I have picked the winner of the past 2 majors. I picked Rory for Masters and I picked Scotty for this one. So I'm kind of hot right now. I don't want to brag.
We could see the Porowski Slam this year, maybe.
Yeah, maybe if I could pick all 4, that'd be nuts.
Yeah, that would be wild, man.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was just a very. What do we got next? The U.S. Open.
That's the next major, yeah. And then this week is Colonial, and Scotty's plus 250 to win the tournament, which he's approaching like Tiger-like dominant numbers. The next favorite is Jordan Spieth at plus 2200. So
Gotta pick him
it's
too.
just getting crazy.
When is the U.S. Open?
The U.S. Open is like June 15th to the 18th, I think.
So like right around Father's Day.
It's always last round's Father's Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's.
Pravar's going to it.
Oh yeah, we did see that.
Yeah,
In the group
we'll have to
chat.
have him on after.
Yeah, 'cause that'd be
Boots
sick.
Boots on the ground in Oakmont, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's because a lot of people. I did actually see an article today about him playing, saying how it's
Who?
Scotty playing this weekend, saying usually it's unheard of winning a major and then playing the actual following weekend. But
that's actually a myth. It's actually pretty common.
Really?
I get it. I mean, if I want a major, I'd take a week off for sure. But it's actually pretty common.
Well, he said it's like right in Scotty's backyard, right? Pretty much.
I was gonna say it is in Texas, so he's not gonna skip it. And
I think that's what he was saying. It's like it's right in his backyard. Why would he not play?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that's crazy. Pretty much in. Yeah, we got to have about 10 minutes left. Yeah, we can. I'll mention this really quickly, and then we can get into kind of like the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing. Because again, we are sports, and
We're
more.
pop culture segment.
Yeah, we're sports, and more sports. We talk all sports, people.
All sport.
Manchester United lost the Europa League final today.
Poverty franchise.
Dude, I'm just so sick of being a fan of that team, dude. We lost to freaking Tottenham, who hasn't won a freaking trophy in 17 years.
They're the Patriots of soccer now. The glory days are over, man.
That's just, dude. Whatever. It sucks. Yeah, and it's freaking. You know who owns them? The people that own the Buccaneers, the Glazer family. It's freaking ridiculous.
That's weird.
But whatever. They lost again. It's just so tough being. Do you remember that me going off in the group chat when they came back 3? It was like they were down 3-5 in like extra time with like a minute. It was at like 1:13 in the game out of like 1:20, and they scored. Like I think it was down 3-4 or 2-4. Okay, there we go. 2-4 at 1:13, and they scored 3 goals by 1:20 to win it. Against
3?
Yeah, and to win it. We didn't go to PKs. We won the game.
That's amazing. That's what we call a major fuck up.
That was
That's
huge.
bad,
Like we went through that just to lose in the final.
Yeah.
So I didn't get caught at work watching this. Thank goodness. But
Well, that's the other thing. I don't get it. Aren't these tournaments just made up? Like they just make a name and then a trophy and then.
No, these are the major ones, like Europa League
Really?
and Champions League. As for Europe, yeah, because you have your top, like I think at least I know for the Premier League, it's like the top 4 or 5 teams will go to the Champions League. So it's the top teams from each European like league, like the top leagues. So it's the best of the best for Champions League, and then Europa League is like spot like number 6 in your bracket, and then it's like losers from like the Champions League group stage. So it's like a second, and then if you win Europa League, you're guaranteed an automatic spot in Champions League next year. So that's why it's kind of huge. Like you could finish like dead last in your league, but if you win the Europa League, you're going to play in Champions League next year, which obviously brings in the money and the revenue. I think the Champions League final is Sunday, and that's Paris and Inter. I think Paris is going to win. Yeah, I think Paris is going to win. But Inter's hot, so we'll see what happens.
Inter's been playing really good. So.
Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting Champions League final. When is that? Sunday. I'll try to figure out how to watch it, but it's going to be Memorial Day weekend. Everyone be safe. Have a good one. But I will probably be drunk. So, if we could say that on this podcast.
You'll never drink again. You'll never be drinking again.
Yeah, I'll never be drinking again. Exactly. But yeah, let's kind of, we got about, 6 minutes left. We can do a quick segment on Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, just a quick girl segment. Segment.
Obviously, Caitlin Clark. Did you see the foul on like the layup?
Yeah, completely normal basketball play.
Bro, that was a hard foul.
But it was a basketball. Yeah, she wasn't just because she didn't get a shot doesn't mean it was
It was
a tactic.
Angel Reese probably.
I hate when people foul and they still let them get the and one. Like if you're gonna foul.
Yeah, Angel Reese probably would have missed the layup anyways, but.
Yeah, I know.
But getting into it, man, that one foul has started a controversy beyond controversy. Like RG3 and Ryan Clark going at it on like Twitter. Le'Veon Bell stepping in. I think I saw Le'Veon Bell tweet once. Dave Portnoy involved just because he was like really at the game.
Hey, dude, he bet triple double. Did you see this?
Yeah,
he bet a triple double, and so he bet like 2,500 on a triple double at plus 1,300. He won like 350K. That's more than any WNBA player will make this year. He made it on one prop bet.
Absolutely crazy. But dude, and they were like, Ryan Clark is still tweeting to this day about it. Like he was tweeting about like he has like a biracial kid today. It
has nothing to do with racism. Just Angel Reese like thinks they are like she thinks Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is bird magic when in reality it's like LeBron and Lance Stevenson 10 years ago, or like LeBron and Dylan Brooks. It has nothing to do with race. Caitlin Clark was clearly the face of college basketball, as she should have. Angel Reese was upset she didn't have a reason to be upset. She did this like to her, even though Caitlin Clark never did that to her. Like Caitlin Clark's like, yeah, you're gum under my shoe, like you're not worthy of that. And then she like Angel Reese cheers when Caitlin Clark gets fouled hard, and like she just doesn't like it. And so of course Caitlin Clark's gonna like retaliate a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff's not invisible to her. So they clearly don't like each other, and I honestly love that. I think it's great for the sport. I think Caitlin Clark's love is great, and she has a rival. I mean, this is all-time WNBA is all-time high.
And look, you gotta like, Angel Reese has to know kind of what she's doing, right? Like she's doing this brings in the views. It gets people that probably, no offense, would we be talking about the WNBA if those two weren't doing what they were doing?
No.
Even though we are more, sports and more sports, I just don't know if that's on our agenda. We just don't pay attention too much to it. No offense. If we get canceled with 46 subscribers, then it is what it is.
48.
48. We're moving.
Hey, we might get the prize to our 50th, so if you haven't subscribed, hit that button. It costs $0.
So, no free ads.
No free ads.
But, so Angel Reese kind of knows what she's doing. Like, we're talking about it because of what she's saying, She gets double-doubles because she gets her own rebounds, That's something to talk about, right? So Angel Reese has to have an idea of what she's doing, but this is blown out of proportion, dude. Like, this...
Yeah, just because one's white and one's black, it's not racism.
I just don't see it being...
I mean, unless Angel Reese doesn't like white people, that I actually would kind of check out. But
yeah, I don't see it. I mean, it's just... But it got everyone talking about it, right? It's huge. So I mean, credit to Angel Reese, because I think she's doing this for the views, bringing in more views. Like I honestly don't think she might not actually like Caitlin, but it's definitely not a race thing.
No,
it's a we need to bring more viewerships in, and if I've got to be kind of like not a nice person, kind of a mean person to the superstar, I'll take that role. Like, we all, like, you bring up Lance Stevenson, I think that's a perfect example. I think everyone can remember him blowing in LeBron's ear.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell you any stats of Lance Stevenson's games or how, big of a player he was. I know he's kind of a role player with, like, That
was his highlight of his career.
Exactly. Like, he was a role player with the Pacers. I can tell you that much. But I can 100 sit there, vividly close my eyes, and remember him blowing in LeBron's ear. 100%.
Yeah.
Can't remember a shot he's made, anything else.
No.
So I think that's just perfect. Like, because now you kind of look forward to, like, the Lance Stevenson versus LeBron next matchup, right? Because you know it's building. So, like, the next Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark matchup, are you tuning in? Probably. And that's why they also scheduled it for week 1. First matchup. They know it brings in they brings in the views. The WNBA knows what they're doing. Angel Reese knows what she's doing. And I wouldn't be at all shocked if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are actually best friends, like on that. Like they're texting, like, hey buddy, can't wait to talk shit to you and hit you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they want they want more money. More money. You need more views. You need a villain.
All right, you said they need more views like 10 times. How much time do we have left?
We have 1 minute and 10 seconds.
All right. Bill Belichick, congrats on getting his 7th ring. He won 6 with the Patriots, and now he has one with Jordan Hudson.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to happen eventually, for sure.
Did you I'm going to bring this in really quick. Did you see that apparently they were supposed to do Hard Knocks, like, college style with UNC?
Yeah.
She wanted, like, producer rights. That's why they canceled it?
She demanded producer rights.
Dude, and that interview, too? Bro, she's
he's a piece of work,
how is Bill dealing with this is beyond me. So
he just doesn't give a fuck.
He's got to.
He knows she's a gold digger. He knows it. He's way too smart not to. He's still just like, I'm just gonna have fun with this little chick the rest of my life. Fuck it.
Well, that's another 40-minute quicks gone just like that. Because like I said, we love what we do. Love talking sports with y'all. Keep following us. We're going to keep posting every week. The days might be different.
We're upgrading. You can tell the video quality, the audio quality. Yeah, you thought maybe in the fall, after 3 episodes, we'd bow out like we did this year. We're here to stay.
We're back. So just stay with us. Days are going to be posted, but at least, damn it, we'll be once a week.